suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, je vais, tu vas.
Greta! You've been saying those verbs for the last 3 hours! Isn't it time you gave it a rest?
Look at him. The great general. Just reads the paper and sleeps. Doesn't care that you want to improve yourself. Can't stand him looking like that. All unshaven and scruffy. Come, Father, you'll not sleep properly there. Let's get you to bed.
Leave me alone!
Look at yourself. Sleeping! In your nice smart uniform, you never take it off anymore. Must they think of you at the bank?
If I want to wear it all the time, that's my business!
Come on, Greta. Help me.
This is the life! This is the peace and quiet of me old age!
What is he doing?
I think he's sleeping. The apple's still sunk in his back.
I'd hoped he'd be able to get rid of it. You remember how quickly his last wound healed?
He can't reach round to his back.
Greta, can't you try and do something?
The apple. I can't, Mother, I can't do
Well,
that.
I would, but I'm afraid of fainting.
I'll do it. He's not used to having anyone in there.
Then
with me.
do it. Please, Greta. Otherwise he'll think that we don't care anymore.
Yes, I'll do it tomorrow.
The apple's still inside me. I can barely move. It takes me ages to crawl to my bed. I can't climb anymore.
His room is filthy. Greta, he's lying there in heaps of filth and dust.
I'm tired. I'm tired of working, trudging out my life in a shop all day.
We mustn't leave him. He'll think we don't care anymore.
Take it out of me. It's beginning to rot. I can feel it. Covered in dust.
Greta, do something.
I can't, Mother, I can't do that.
Father, do something.
He's a dung beetle! He's just a dung beetle.
We mustn't hurt him anymore. He is still our son.
No, not that thing in there. Our son's left us.
I'm hungry. So hungry.
Feed him, Greta. You're not feeding him anymore.
I do feed him. I've always fed him.
Gone. Turn any old scraps into me, without considering what I like. Slam the door. Leave me in the darkness again.
He would have probably perished without me.
I wish we could move to a smaller house.
How could we move with that thing in there? No. There's nothing we can do. But work! We must! Work! 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 Work!
Work!
Work, Gregor! Time to get up!
Time, Gregor. 4 a.m. You must catch the 5 a.m. train.
Pack your samples. Come on, Gregor! Don't be lazy!
He works so hard. He's good to us.
Hurry, Gregor, you must hurry. I need my violin lessons.
Only 5 years to go, Gregor.
What will the chief clerk say if you're late?
5 years, Gregor.
Hurry, hurry.
What will the chief clerk say if you're late?
Only 5 years, Gregor.
What will the chief clerk say if you're late?
Hurry. Only
What
5
will the
years
chief
to
clerk
go,
say if
Gregor.
you're late?
5 years, Gregor. sorry, Gregor. You're not being forgotten. But your old mother shall look after you. Nobody else does. Have it all nice and clean for you to roam around in. Don't worry, we won't have a Charlotte in here. Nobody will have to see you. You'll soon be well. I can feel it. As soon as the cold winds start to break and the weather goes, we'll have a bit of spring in the air. And one morning you will wake up. See that it's all just been a nasty dream.
That'll be the lodgers for the room!
Lodgers!
Cash!
Lodgers!
Shoes!
Lodgers!
Beer!
Lodgers!
Books!
Lodgers!
Cigars!
Lodgers!
Clothes!
Lodgers! Sir, do come in.
It's warm, pleasant, and little cramped, but it'll do.
Well, we'll try our best to make it comfortable.
It's a very friendly household. Say the word and we'll do our best.
What a funny face.
Shush!
I'd like to be called at 8 o'clock prompt. Breakfast hot and ready by 8:15 prompt. Coffee, rolls, cheese, marmalade if you please, and toast.
I think we'll manage that all right.
I'm a stickler for order, especially in the kitchen. Can't bear slovenliness.
Well, you tell us what you need.
When I've examined my quarters, I'll tell you all of my objections.
There's one thing you should know before you make a decision.
Yes.
We keep a pet in the back room.
Oh, yes?
I wondered if that would bother you.
No, I'm rather fond of pets.
Well, then I can show you to your quarters and then perhaps you could have some supper. He seems quite.
I hope you won't
I shouldn't think he'd
mind.
No,
Let's hope he
of
doesn't.
course he won't.
It suits me moderately well, except for these articles which I'd like to dispose of.
Greta! Take the lodger's belongings with you and put them away somewhere.
Go on! Use my room as a junk room. Make the lodgers the chief consideration. Throw food into me when you remember. I still would wake up some night's sleep. Remember, I was Gregor. Still. Oh.
Does it taste better now?
I, think so. Much better learning. It's delicious.
Don't let the noise disturb you. It's his feeding time.
I see. Well, in future, do you think you could stagger our meals? It would be preferable.
Certainly, certainly. I'm sorry that the noise disturbed you, but I hope you enjoyed the meal.
Excellent.
Is the violin playing disturbing you, sir?
On the contrary, I find it quite enchanting.
I'm not an animal!
I can hear music. No one in that room appreciates music like me. Play only for me, Gressa. I announce you all. I'll send you to the conservatorium. I would protect you with my ugliness. I'll send you to. What was my mishap last Christmas? Oh, was it so long ago?
Mr. Samson! God.
can only apologise for this inconvenience. I assure you that it will never happen again. Never! Now, if you please go to your room.
I see. Just like that. No explanation. Nothing.
Somebody must have left his door open, but we'll keep it firmly locked in the future.
And am I expected to live with that creature at the end of the corridor? He might escape in the night and attack me in the dark.
I'm sure that won't happen. He's very tame and quite ill. He hasn't been too well lately.
Serious,
Oh no! So, digestion trouble. No doubt.
No doubt. That doesn't explain your conduct in not informing me before I took the room that you kept a zoo.
I did say a pet.
Look at it. You said yourself, it's not well. It's a dung beetle.
He's really very mild.
Oh, get cankered and decrepit, deteriorate and die. It's a dangerous place to live in.
Sir, I can assure you that no such thing will happen and need have no fear. You will be safe here. Now will you please leave the room so that I can clear him away?
I beg to announce that because of the disgusting conditions prevailing in this household and family, naturally, I shall not pay you a penny for the food I've eaten, nor for leaving without notice. On the contrary, I shall consider bringing action for damages against you. Give you my notice on the spot.
We must get rid of it. I won't utter my brother's name in the presence of this creature. So all I say is get rid of it. We have tried to look after it and to put up with it as far as is humanly possible. I don't think anyone would reproach us in the slightest.
My child! I understand all this. But what can we do? If only he could understand us. If he could understand us, then perhaps we could come to some agreement with him. But as things are, there's not much we can do.
Yes! Yes, there is, Father! You can get rid of the idea that this is Gregor. The fact that we believed it all this time is the root of our troubles. Of course it's not Gregor. If it were, he would have gone. He would have known that human beings aren't meant to live with such creatures. And so we wouldn't have a brother, but we would honour his memory. This creature persecutes us and drives our lodgers away. Obviously wants the whole apartment for himself. Wouldn't care if we slept in the gutter. Oh, just look at him now.
He's going to his room.
I saw their eyes onto me to the last, full of fear and agony. I knew I had to disappear. Let go this life that keeps bound in agony. My will to keep it is weakening. Greg is flying out. I only thought of my family with tenderness and love.
He looked at me. Just as we closed the door, he turned his head. His eyes. Gregor's eyes looked at me in such a way that only a child can look at its mother, as if to say, no more. No more pain. I sensed his spirit creeping out of him, reluctant to inhabit such a painful dwelling, releasing him. Go, Gregor, go. Bear no hatred for me, forgive. Be free. Be free, my little boy, free. Free.
Free.
Free.
Free.
Dad.
Well, now thanks be to God.
Did you see how thin he'd become? Such a long time since he ate anything.
You know what we're going to do today? We're going to take the day off. We'll write letters to our respective employers and take a long stroll in the sunshine.
Father, that would be so good.
They have returned to me.
What a lovely peace rests in my heart.
We'll take one of the trams into the countryside with the warm sunshine flooding the windows.
Our jobs really aren't so bad and might lead us to better things.
I want to leave this house forever.
We'll find a new house. It'll be cheaper and easier to run. Probably the one Gregor selected. We could afford it now. How pretty my daughter's become.
My daughter has bloomed into a pretty girl.
My body is grown.
We must find a good husband for her.
There will soon be time.
The crocuses will just be coming out.